Hey, this is Jonathan with I Call It Attraction. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you understand attraction. So, the topic today is you get what you negotiate. And that stands for every category, dating, relationships, you know, friends with benefits, just any category, friendships, job offers, interviews, um, anything you can imagine. Life is a negotiation. So you're always going to get what you negotiate. And so when you have people that's dating and people that's in relationships, there's so many people that don't value themselves. There's so many people that don't know how to value themselves. There's so many people who are of low value, who have low self-esteem, who are insecure. Many people are desperate, unsure of themselves, not confident, and when they come to the negotiating table, they always settle. These are people that settle when they come to the table. And why do they settle? Because they don't have anything to bargain with. They don't have any assets or any strengths or any qualities or they don't have any positives, any pluses. Everything that they have that one could acknowledge is a minus. It's a negative. They don't have anything on the plus side that they can use to bargain, that they can use to negotiate. And it's sad, but this is the reality of many people. And so there's a phrase that I love to say is that when you don't know or understand your value, you allow others to create it for you. If you don't know that you are beautiful, that you are strong, that you are secure, if you don't know these things, someone will create that reality for you. If you don't know, what boundaries are, you get in a relationship and you don't know what values and principles and boundaries are, the other person, they will create it for you. They will create the standard of what boundaries are. They will create the standard of what values are, what principles are. And you will have to play along to their, with their game. You have to sing along to their tune, and that's how that works, because you don't know how to negotiate. But actually, in order to negotiate, you have to value yourself. You have to know, I'm a catch. And any girl on this planet would be lucky to go out with me, to take me out on a date, or vice versa. Any girl be lucky to have me take them on a date. That's the mentality you have to have. That exudes confidence. It exudes security. It exudes assertiveness. And those are the high value qualities that high value men possess. That masculine man possess. So, but this is how you have to operate. This is how you have to talk. This is the lingo that you're going to need in order to get in the door. So if you don't know who you are, you don't know what you have to offer, someone will create it for you. Someone will create that standard of those things for you. And it's always going to be something that you don't like, something you don't desire, something you don't want. But they will create that for you because you don't take charge. You don't take initiative to do it. And it's your job to do it. As men, it's your job to initiate, to take charge, take the lead, establish, I would say the relationship, but not the relationship, but to establish the tone, to set the tone, I should say, to set the tone of the relationship, to set the tone of the dating scene. It's up to you to do that. And if you don't do that, it will be established for you. And it will be to your discretion. It will be to not to your likeness, you know. But this is how you have to operate in dating and relationships. You have to be courageous. You have to be confident. If you're not, almost every time you're going to lose. You're never going to win. You know, so know that you have value. Value yourself, which is to love yourself. Is if you value yourself, that means you absolutely love yourself. And when you love yourself, you set boundaries. Why do you set boundaries if you love yourself? Because someone who loves themselves won't jump in front of a bullet. As I said earlier, you know, if you love yourself, you won't put yourself in harm's way. You won't jump in front of a bullet. So when you love yourself, you won't tolerate none of the bull crap. Jumping in front of a bullet or putting yourself in harm's way is equivalent to allowing someone to disrespect you. It's equivalent to allowing someone to speak to you in a negative manner or belittle you. It's equivalent to being treated like a doormat. It's equivalent to women just ghosting you or, you know, blowing you off. It's equivalent to all those things. So someone who loves themselves won't allow those things to happen, which means they don't tolerate those things. So if something like that was to pop its ugly head up, you would dead it right away. You would check it. You would address it. You would make sure you would cut it off where it's at. You would nip it in the bud, you know, right away. And you won't play no games about it. You will make sure that what needs to be done is getting done. And that's how people who love themselves operate. They are no nonsense, a zero tolerance kind of people. Those are the people who love themselves unconditionally, that they won't allow no one to put them in a position to where they have to become desperate or they have to beg or they have to do A, B, and C, something that's just less favorable on your behalf. They won't allow that to ever happen. And that's why they're zero tolerance. That's why they're no nonsense. And they address things and they take care of it right away. People who love themselves, who are secure with themselves, high value people I'm speaking of, they don't get cheated on. They don't get cheated on. They don't get disrespected because they know, they pay attention. They have boundaries and they pay attention to the signs and the red flags that is at the beginning. And if you allow those red flags to go without addressing it, then that's where you get to the point where the person cheats or the person does A, B, and C. And that's because you disregarded the red flags that they were showing you, you know, blatantly showing you, and you just simply disregarded them. No nonsense people, zero tolerance people, those who properly love themselves, they address those red flags right then and there. They catch it as soon as it happens and they address it. They tilt that sucker on its head and they don't let it up. They don't let it breathe. And that's how you have to be. You have to value yourself that much. You have to love yourself that much. Because if you don't, then the question goes out, who will? Right? You got to value and love yourself. So if you like the content in this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And remember, love inspires, endures, uplifts, and bears all things. Peace.